Hey, y'all, it's Casey Hope from Pizzazz Art Studio, and we are back for another fun 10 minutes. I hope. I don't know if I can do this in 10 minutes, but I'm going to try. So, we like to challenge you to do some sort of art for just a little bit of time a day. It doesn't have to take a long time. We hear over and over people saying, I don't have time. We are here to debunk that myth and to show you it doesn't have to take a lot of time. So today I'm doing paper quilling. Have you ever done paper quilling before? Look, it's so fun, so fun. Um, this is something we do in art camp for our kids, but it's an art form that can be very sophisticated. This is just like the easiest way that I'm going to teach you right here, but it can be something that you can get really intricate with. All ages really have fun with this, and it makes just kind of an interesting little piece. So this is on a canvas, like a little 4x6 canvas, but you can also do it on cardstock. So I'll be doing it on cardstock as well. I like it on the canvas just because it's getting kind of washed out the color here, but it's easy to like stand if you wanted to put it somewhere. So I'm gonna set the timer. Let me take myself out of the picture. We're gonna zoom it on down right here, and I will show you. I did buy a quilling card for inspiration. Look, I don't know if you can see. Look up close. Look how pretty. These are little paper quills. So you can see you can get really intricate with this. So what I've got a surface to do my quilling on. So I've got this here. I have got, let's see, hold on. This phone got a little bit wonky, just a little bit. All right, so I've got my paper scraps here. So I just took bright colored paper and cut them about 1/4 of an inch. And then I've got just Elmer's glue. I'm going to maybe put a little bit more glue. Just because we do need. All right. And then I've got like a little popsicle stick or something to attach, and then you're going to need some small something to wrap your paper around. So I'm going to use the end of my paintbrush. If you've got a pencil is okay. A pencil is good. We use it a lot, but sometimes it makes a little bit bigger of a coil than I want. So if you want to just something kind of small that you can do. So here we go. Let me turn my light on so that you can see a little bit better. I'm going to come down a little bit closer. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to set my timer. And remember, if I can do this in 10 minutes or less, we draw a winner from one of you to win. So let me see. Is it going to make a noise? Here we are. All you have to do to be entered into our contest is like this video. Make sure it doesn't start. Like this video, comment on this video, and make sure you are subscribed. All right, so here we go. I honestly am a little nervous that this is going to take longer than 10 minutes because it is a little more intricate. So here we go. I'm going to put this on and wrap it around. It doesn't, when you first look at it, it doesn't look like it would be. It's not hard. It's just a lot of hand, rolling. So I'm rolling this piece of paper. Now, this is just regular weight. I've got that pack of like Astro Brights, lots of fun colors. And again, I just cut it. Okay, look, I've got a coil. I just cut it on my paper cutter. I'm going to take a little bit of glue, not a lot. You don't want a lot of glue. If you can see the glue, it's too much. Okay, like if I could see a glob of paint there, I'm sorry, not paint, glue, then it's going to be too much to stick. You just want it to be just a little bit. Hold it for a bit and just place it where you want it. Now I'm going to start coiling my pinks. So 3, 6, about 7 of them. Now there are all types of ways to make this fancier. We're truly just showing you just really basic shapes here. Okay, so I coiled it. I'm just going to let it be for a second. I am going to close that coil, meaning I'm going to add a little bit of glue to that to close it. But right now, I just want to get all of my coils done. So this is also a great activity. Like I said, it's great for kids. You can also cut these strips a little bit like thicker if little kids' hands can't quite do the little strips of paper or the little paintbrush, you can cut it a 1/2 inch instead of a 1/4 inch. You can use a pencil instead of a, the end of the paintbrush. There's several different ways to make this more kid friendly, or honestly, even your hands, if your hands kind of, if it hurts doing something small, those are 2 quick little tips on how to make this a little easier on your hands. Just a little thicker of the strips, this strip, make it a little thicker, and a little bit thicker of whatever you are coiling it around. Now they do have, like if you are really a serious paper quiller, they have other tools than this. This is just what we use at the studio. Y'all know we are really big on using what you got. So that's what we do. I recently went in our Chick-fil-A, and I noticed that the advertisement right there when you first walk in the door, and this has been at several Chick-fil-A's just across the country. When you first walk in the door, they have a really pretty poster of, like, I think it's flowers or something, and it's all done in paper quilling. That was another thing that kind of got me on the paper quilling kick. We've done this at camp for years, but I thought, oh, that'd be a fun little 10-minute something. Hopefully 10 minutes. Like I said, it takes a little bit longer because you're curling paper, and then we've still got glue, things like that. But I'm not quite to the halfway mark. If I can make the all of my coils by the halfway mark, then I can definitely do the rest in the last 5 minutes. All right, so that's fine. And really, you're just doing as many as it takes to kind of fill around here. Now, you don't have to close it off. You see how, what I mean by close it, you see how that kind of has that tail that's open? You don't have to close it off. But I'm going to show you how, and show you how to kind of change the shape to where it's not just a circle. I don't know if you can tell over here, it's a little bit more interesting than just a plain circle. All right, so I've got all of those. Let me quickly get my green. I'm going to take my green. This is just cut the length of the paper. I'm going to fold it in half. And then see, it kind of makes this V. I'm going to take this side and roll it down one way. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And that's going to kind of make our fun little leafy type thing. So do you see how that's rolled that way? So then we'll take this and roll it the opposite way. This summer, we may have lots of fun art camp inspired 10-minute projects, because I'm just kind of doing whatever we're doing at camp, giving me fun ideas to do with y'all. Now at camp, it does not take us 10 minutes when teaching and when doing with kids, but for something like this. All right, so there is just a piece of paper. All right, so I've got all of my pieces. So now let me start gluing. I'll tell you what I'm doing on this first one, and then I'll do the same thing on the rest. I am getting just a smidge of glue, putting it right there on the end. Again, if I can see it, it's too much. And I'm just kind of holding it for a bit. Okay, and I'm going to do that. I have to wipe my hands a little bit. I'm going to do that with all of these quickly. It really, a little dab will do you. A little dab will do you. Ah. I got too much glue on this one. There are all sorts of things you can do with this. Birds, trees. To me, flowers are some of the easiest. We've got oceans that we're doing with our older kids, like waves and stuff. I used to have a book that had a ton of ideas. Probably need to pull that out. It's somewhere in this building. Okay, so I'm just kind of holding it for a second, just trying to get it stuck for just a bit. Look, we're gonna be cutting it close on this 10 minutes. Oh. And I may just, well, let's see. Okay, I'm looking at my timer. My timer is like 3 minutes. Okay, so once you get this like this, now you can leave them like circles. I'm kind of placing everything in there and then putting it down. I could do the same thing with all my circles, but I do like if you kind of pinch one end. Do you see that? I pinched one end and it kind of has that shape. It's kind of that almond shape. I think that's cute. Okay. You don't have to do that, but I do think it's just a little extra cuteness. I don't do both ends. I could pinch both ends if I was trying to have some sort of a eye type shape. So again, I pinch one end, create that little shape. Now the glue is not immediately stuck, like it's not stuck right now. If I were to pick this up, but it will dry within just a little short amount of time. Same thing for this though, a little dab will do you. Oh, I didn't do 7, I only did 6. And I can tell I'm missing space here. All right, so I'm gonna have to roll with what I got because I only got a few more minutes. All right, so I could do this flat like this, but I'm gonna try to stand it up like that on its edge. Oh, never mind. The whole thing fell into the glue. So now I'm gonna have to do it flat. Eh. Okay, but on this one you can see it's like it's standing up. And then I'll get all of this, just these edges into that glue. It needs to have just a little bit of glue right up underneath. Okay, this is done-ish, but I need more of the pink. I didn't do enough of my little pink coil, so I definitely need a little bit more of that. Let's just see what I can do. Let's see what I can do. Let me see. I'm gonna not close this one. I'm just gonna do like a circle. Just let it be. Just kind of fit it into there. Maybe do one more there. And again, I won't close it. I'll just kind of have a little circle just for filler. Hey, if this timer ain't going off yet, I'm keeping on going. There it goes. There it goes. Okay, it is a-okay though, because I am so close to being done. I may not have gotten exactly 10 minutes, but it is basically 10 minutes. It's basically 10 minutes. All right, so the last one kind of right there. So y'all see these last two, I just went for it, just did the circles. There's not a huge difference. It's just a little bit of difference. Now I will say, as you can see, some of the color is coming off on the cardstock, but usually that's not a big issue unless you move it around a whole lot. But there you have it, these super cute little paper quills. I love this. If you've never done it, I hope this shows you just how easy it can be. It does not have to be anything too hard or fancy. This is just paper cut into strips, regular Elmer's glue, and this is a canvas, but this is cardstock. So either is okay. I think the sturdier the better, but either is totally fine. So that is it for this week. Y'all come back next week. You know, every single week we are doing this. We do our 10 minutes of fun. We challenge you to get creative in 10 minutes because it does so much good for you. It's just fun. It relaxes you. It adds peace and play. And you do have time for 10 minutes a day. So see us next week. And if you want to be entered to win, because we are going to give somebody a prize. I mean, I know I didn't technically make it in 10 minutes, but pretty much I did. So somebody's getting a prize. Just make sure you comment on this video that you are subscribed to this channel and that you like the video. All right, y'all, that's it for now. We'll see you next week. See ya.